Hey everybody, you know who I am, Blugoblin. Um, yeah, I know I need to try and get caught up. I know, but I was gonna do this a lot sooner than I am right now. But the simple fact is, things have happened, and yeah. For those of you who don't know, a lot of my friends and family already know about this, but I'm going to give you, just an abridged story here on what's been going on here lately. For those of you who don't know, um, just a few days ago, Jennifer's dad, who is one of my dearest friends, was he tragically perished in a car accident a few days ago. So we've been having to bounce back from that, and it's been hard. It's been very hard. And I don't want to talk too much about it because I know I'll start crying. But, yeah, rest in peace, Ken. We already miss you. But he wouldn't want me to just sit here and mope about it. Show must go on. Uh, it just doesn't feel right around here without him. But yeah, it's been tough. But I'm gonna do my best to keep on going, to just move on and and just remain strong. It's what I need to do. So so now I'm gonna just keep doing what I do for myself, for Jennifer, and for Ken. There's nothing else I can do except just continue being who I am. It's what he would want. It's what he would have wanted. I know it's what Jennifer wants, and it's what I want. So with that, let's get on to some books. Let's just keep the show going. All right, got a pile of books here. This is for the week of June 14th, 2017. I'm going to start with the indies and then go through the big two. I'm going to start off with an indie. To start with alternative comics, we're going to start with Mother Russia, #1. I'm thinking, okay, it's a zombie book, so yeah. Well, Blue, you bought that, but you still don't buy Walking Dead. I'm way. I tried reading Walking Dead, and I just got too far behind in it, and I just decided the hell with it. One baby, one rifle, 2 million zombies. Yeesh. This takes place during 1943, during World War II and everything. It's basically the zombie apocalypse, the end of the world, just not done in today's standards. It's done during the early 40s, and you just see there's this horde of zombies. This takes place in Russia, and you can tell things are really really bad when you hide out on the near the top of a building, and one of your hobbies is loading a sniper rifle and blowing zombies' brains out. And it's like, even when you see this girl loading the rifle and blowing the zombies away, she's kind of like just doing heavy sighs, like, I got nothing better to do, so I'll just. Okay, I think that's enough for today. Kind of like that. But then she sees a baby wandering around, and you're like, first of all, Where the hell that come from? Yeah, it's like, and she figures, oh God, I'm gonna have to. She goes down there to save it, and that's when all hell breaks loose. I think I'm just gonna end it right there. A strong issue, very well done. And what's even better is that it's in newsprint, so it's got that comic smell, that goodness, and it's done in black and white to add to the grittiness. Maybe it is borrowing a little bit from The Walking Dead, but it is. This was still a very strong introductory issue. I really dug it. Thought it was fun. I enjoyed it for what it was, and it was great. And props as always to Alternative Comics for giving our store Arkham Comics a shout out at the back of the book. Thanks for that. You have no idea how much that means to us. Just really, really good stuff. Give it a 3.5. Let's see, I'll set it right over here. Move some stuff around. There we go. Alright, next up, going to IDW with Back to the Future number 20. This is part 2 of Hard Time, catching up with Uncle Joey. Trying to figure out what's going on with Uncle Joey. Instead of simply having someone tell Marty what Uncle Joey went to jail for, it's gotten to the point where he's going to have to go get in the DeLorean and just find out himself. Doc's away looking for some ways to get back to his family in the Old West. So Marty goes with Dr. Irving, and they commandeered the DeLorean, and they find out the day Uncle Joey got arrested and everything, and they go back into that point in time, and oh boy, there was a reason why Doc Brown told Marty to stay away from Joey. Now I know why. But taking the DeLorean back to that time, it's gonna come back to bite him. And judging by what happens in this issue, it already has. Very good stuff, though. Another 3.5. And I apologize if my reviews seem kind of low. Just gotta take it for what it is. Okay. Going on to Gem and the Holograms number 26, the final issue of the series. First of all, I really love that cover. It is so damn cute with very well developed lesbian couple, Kimber and Stormer. And no, I still haven't gotten around to watching the actual cartoon. It feels kind of weird though, me being an 80s brat, and I've still never watched the original Gem cartoon. I'll get to it eventually. Trust me, I will. I will get to it. Just gotta find a way. I just gotta find time to do it. But as a series finale, I thought it wrapped up pretty nicely. Nothing really too heavily dramatic. Is Kimber's missing and the holograms, and they're just trying to find her, and they find her, and everything's wrapped up, and Jim and Jerica and Rio have a kind of a mutual understanding, but at the same time it's kind of bittersweet since they're not going to be together anymore, I guess. But at the end of the issue, the band just decides to just keep on going, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it does feel kind of anticlimactic, but the interior artwork is just beautiful. The storytelling is cute, it's fun, the characters are very well developed, but at the same time, it just feels kind of there. It's good, yet it's just there. I don't know how else to describe it, but I'll give it a 3.5 at the very, very best. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 70. Oh my God. All I'm going to say is we get to really take an in-depth look at what kind of a man Agent Bishop is. Fucking A. Oh. 4 out of 5. Enough said. Moving on to Marvel. All New Wolverine number 21. Tom Taylor continuing to kill it on this. Let me see. Yeah, Leonard Kirk. Leonard Kirk. Just wanted to make sure I got the name right. Leonard Kirk's artwork is really good. This issue was fantastic. This was really good. You know, it's like this virus that's going around. Laura's healing factor combats it, but she can't heal everybody herself because the more people she tries to heal, the more it slowly weakens her healing factor. The more people she tries to heal, the harder and harder it gets for her to heal herself. You know, it's like, so what do? You bring in other mutants with healing factors. You bring in Deadpool. You're bringing in Gabby. You're bringing in Dakin and Old Man Logan. You're bringing in 4 more mutants who can heal themselves to help Laura heal all these people. The stuff with Deadpool in here was just fucking hilarious. This was a great representation of Deadpool. Very, very well done. The stuff with Logan and everything. There is some bittersweet moments in here with Gabby realizing that not everybody's going to be saved. And it just breaks her heart. And yet, at the meantime, things are just going on. Some people are trying to fight instead of accepting the cure and everything like that. But by the end of the issue, the cliffhanger, goddamn, an easy 4 out of 5 for me. Very, very well done. Let's move along to The Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, number 8. Ooh, oh man, this was good. Jerry Conway and Ryan Stegman are doing the writing. Jesus Burtov, I hope I didn't butcher that name, but the interior artwork is really good. I swear, this still feels so right. Seeing Peter, MJ, and Annie as a family, they work together not just as, you know, the Parkers, but excuse me, as the Spider family. This just feels so much more right as a natural progression for the Amazing Spider-Man. This stuff just clicks so well. So of course, I'm guessing Marvel eventually is going to cancel this title and just keep giving us Dan Slott's fucking garbage, as opposed to storytelling, character development, character progression that actually works, that actually feels like an Amazing Spider-Man book should feel. To hell with Dan Slott's Diet Tony Stark bullshit with Peter Parker. This is where you need to be if you like Amazing Spider-Man. Forget Dan Slott's shit. This is the Amazing Spider-Man, in my opinion. This was really good. Lady Venom is coming, and I guess it's no surprise who it is. It's gonna be MJ. Oh my god. But the stuff, this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning of where we are going with this storyline. Jesus Christ, this was awesome. And what's even more gripping is that MJ's already being influenced by the Venom symbiote, and Peter and Annie are completely oblivious to it. They just see her as full of energy. Because remember, the Venom symbiote does not trigger the spider sense. How many people out there actually remember that? So that makes this even more interesting, because that makes perfect sense that Peter and Annie are not aware that MJ's influenced by the Venom symbiote, because it triggers absolutely nothing up here. Very, very awesome stuff. This was great. Loved it. An easy 4 out of 5. Let's keep on rolling. Generation X, number 3. Not much to this issue. A good spotlight for Nature Girl and everything, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Let me get a good Amilcar Pina and Roberto Poggi. I'm sorry if I butchered those names. I really do. But the interior artwork is fucking awful. I don't like it. Everybody's got long horse faces and big eyes and heavy emphasis on lips and teeth. It's just nobody looks right. But nobody in this book looks worse than Jubilee. Jubilee looks fugly in this book. I swear to God, Marvel, get a new artist on this title. Why not ask, I don't know, why don't you ask Terry Dodson to do the interior art? Because the interior art in this book is so fucking horrendous. Everybody's like detailed shot, and everybody's got long faces. And it's like, I really thought it couldn't get any worse than Larry Stroman, Larry Stroman's oatmeal people in X Factor. But man, this was bad. The artwork is killing this for me, and in a bad way. The storytelling itself is good enough, but it's just really hard to get past all the horse faces from these characters. And what is the deal with with the artist's obsession with people's teeth? It just looks really bad. It still doesn't touch the horrendousness of Greg Land, that's for sure. But the interior artwork is really, really awful. It really is. I'm not going to pull any punches. I'm not in the mood to pull any punches. So I'm just going to say it like it is. The storytelling was okay. Artwork is bad, and it hurts the book. It brings it all the way down to barely an average read at best of a 2.5 out of 5. Secret Empire number 4. This is probably the strongest issue of the series so far, with the exception of the Zero issue. If you're looking at issues 1 to 4, this for me is the strongest issue. It's not really saying that much. This storyline is still batshit bonkers for me. I still don't understand fully where the fuck we're going with this story. You've shoehorned Ultron into this without any proper build for a character of his stature. It's as if, the main story is the Marvel Universe split in their war against Steve Rogers and Hydra. Oh, by the way, here's Ultron too. And that's how this feels. And I don't like that. A character of Ultron's stature needs to be built up better. It needs to feel more like a big deal. Let's compare this to pro wrestling. Let's go back to the Hogan era. Let's see if, let's go back to the Hogan era of professional wrestling. And let's say your main event is Hulk Hogan versus defending the World Wrestling Federation title against Roddy Piper in Madison Square Garden. And there's a Randy Savage match in there too somewhere. High quality caliber characters being shoehorned in with no build, and the scene with that Ultron is in just felt really fucking weird. And it's like you didn't really know who they were talking to. You feel like, are they talking to Ultron or are they talking to Hank? Because he's wearing half of Hank Pym's face. I don't know where the fuck they're going with. I don't know what the fuck happened to Jarvis, but Ultron wearing half of Hank Pym's face, and they're still talking to him as if he's Hank and not Ultron, yet he's being called Ultron. Where the hell are you going with this? This was just a clusterfuck of storytelling. And they're going with the whole "I got a man on the inside" shtick at the end of the issue. Where are you going with this? The only reason why I'm sticking with... Well, no, I gotta take that back. There's 2 reasons. There's 2 reasons why I'm sticking with this storyline. 1, these bitchin' covers. These covers are fantastic. And the other reason? Sheer, simple, stupid, morbid curiosity. That's it. I'm not gripped. I'm not excited. I'm not anxious to read the next part. I'm just continuing this. Maybe I'm a completionist. I don't know. But it's just out of sheer morbid curiosity. I just gotta know, because I'm expecting to be let down tremendously by the end of this storyline. I'm expecting Marvel to royally fuck us all in the ass with a sandpaper dildo. I really am expecting that, figuratively, not literally. Ew. But uh, it is the strongest issue out of the first issues from 1 to 4. Issue 0 is still the best issue in my opinion. But if you're going 1 to 4, this is the strongest one. But it's still a shit sandwich, just with sprinkles. Uh, Barely a 2.5, around a 3. I'll be generous. Star Wars number 32. This is part 4 of the Screaming Citadel. My God. Jason Aaron, Salvatore LaRocca. This was good. This was so good. This Red Queen character looks amazing. And her character is being further expanded, and it's just really good. She has, like, teleportation powers. It looks digital and everything. When Luke's trying to swing his lightsaber at her, and she's eating Luke when he's strapped into this contraption, and she's literally, looks like she's literally smoking him up like a bong. It's like, oh, the taste of Jedi. That's a big poke of drug humor and everything, but it looks right for a Star Wars, torture scene thing. And we get to see a new recruit of hers, and I'm not going to give it away. But yeah, good stuff. 000 still loving this character. The psychotic 3PO that I still say should be on the big screen at some point in time. He needs to be. I think the movie audiences would really get a kick out of this character. He needs to be on the big screen. Please, Marvel, Disney, Lucasfilm, whoever's in charge, make it happen. But yeah, it's like, I'll give you a little. Hang on. Oh no, I can't show you that, patience. That'll kind of spoil it. Moving on. Wait. Yeah, I want to show off. I mean, this character just looks badass. I love that design. But that cliffhanger. Woo! Love it. 4 out of 5. We're going to end the Marvel pile with X-Men Blue number 5. So, now that I'm reviewing X-Men Blue, stay tuned. Stay tuned to this channel later on down the line for the next episode of X-Men Blue versus Gold. It's coming. So, yeah. This was good. Jean's team of X-Men trying to, get in contact with, Jimmy Hudson, the son of the former Ultimate Wolverine. Meanwhile, you got the Ultimate Marauders dealing with the original lineup. The stuff with Iceman and Quicksilver, great stuff. Love that stuff. I love how rookie-ish Ultimate Quicksilver looks. It's like Iceman and Beast point out to him, when you start talking, you stop moving and it leaves you open. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, wait a minute, don't tell him what his weakness is, because then he'll learn from that mistake and you'll lose the advantage. But I digress. It's still very good storytelling, still good writing, good action. We get an appearance from Miss Sinister in here with another very, very short and abridged history lesson with the former Ultimate Universe and everything. And the rest of the stuff is still pretty nicely done. It seems that this X-Men team has indeed found their Wolverine. I'm still kind of iffy on, the whole subject. It's like, does every X-Men team need their own Wolverine? It's like, at least Generation X's X-Men team doesn't have a motherfucker with claws. But who knows? I mean, this issue was very good, very well executed. The character development was done very well. The action was good. This was a solid book, and I really enjoyed it. And something just... Okay, never mind. Alright, something fell down. It's not important. But a strong issue nonetheless. Really well done. It gets an easy 4 out of 5. Alright, moving on to the DC stuff. Action Comics number 981. Big Blue going toe-to-toe with General Zod and Cyborg Superman. Oof. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. Soups looked like a bitch in this issue. Cyborg Superman and General Zod just utterly humiliate him in this issue. But there's a reason for it. A minor spoiler. They beat him down and Clark actually retreats. That's something you rarely ever see. He retreats. But, Henshaw and Zod decide it's not really important. We have our own mission. And off they go. And by the end of the issue, we see exactly why Clark felt he had no choice but to retreat. Strong issue. Very, very well done. I liked it. Give it a 4. Let's go on to Detective Comics number 958. This issue was alright. This was okay. Nothing really high and mighty, and nothing really truly great happens in here. It's just basically some backstory telling concerning Jean-Paul Valley, Azrael, and everything. This stuff's going pretty good. We got some undercover scenes with Bruce at the Iceberg Lounge and everything like that. But man, that cliffhanger. Talk about a cliffhanger that saves an issue. This issue, if that cliffhanger that I got in here didn't happen, then I would have just wrote this off as just barely above average and nowhere near great. But that cliffhanger really saved this book. Alright. You have my attention. Let's see where you go from there. I give it a 3 out of 5. Let's move on to The Flash, number 24. Fucking bastard prick. Reverse Flash. Eobard Thawne. As far as Flash is concerned, he is the very definition of son of a bitch. What the fuck can I say? I mean, this SOB really knows how to make shit personal. I mean, god damn. And what's even worse is that Thawne makes it heavily personal when Barry's preoccupied with Green Lantern and all that stuff. And, fuck. This was good. Very dramatic, very tense. By the end of the issue, I was going, come on, Barry. Just get the Thawne. Just get the Thawne. Jesus, do not end this on a heartbreak. Do not. And thankfully, the ending was not heartbreaking, but it was still very tense, very kind of thing. Good stuff. This was really good. A 4 out of 5. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, number 22. This is another one of those issues that was just there for me. Call me crazy, but I want to see more storytelling centered around Guy Gardner and Arkillo. This new partnership that they have come upon. I want to see more storytelling around that. I'd rather see more of that than what I actually got in here. Bunch of raiders and everything, and the Lanterns fight them off, and then there's this this big reveal at the end of the issue that could very well damage the partnership between the Lanterns. And I'm like, what the fuck ever. This just felt kind of there. I'll be extra nice, and I'll just because I want to try and stay in a strong, positive mood considering what the fuck we've been through here lately. But this, I'm going to give it, at the very, very best, a 3, and barely a 3 out of 5. Supergirl number 10. This was actually pretty good. This was good. It wasn't as good as I would hoped it would have been, but it was still very well done. You know, still tracking the Phantom Zone. We learned that Kara's powers are slowly deteriorating to the point where she's becoming more and more like Batgirl as opposed to her cousin. You know, and you get to see who the big bad guy is for this storyline. One of the original prisoners of the Phantom Zone. And shit's just hitting the storm here. And my God, that cliffhanger at the end, really well done. Solid issue. I give it a 3.5. Titans number 12. I don't know where you're going with this, DC. Dan Abnett, great. You're a great writer. You've done great stuff for DC and Marvel, but man, I don't know what you're doing with this book. I really don't. Man, I'll say this though. Wally West sure as hell got over Linda Park really quick, didn't he? Got over her really quick. Because let's just go ahead without any real build, without any real drawing power to it. Let's just go ahead and just like that, put Wally West in a relationship with Donna Troy. Just in time to break Arsenal's heart, who's about to confess his feelings for her. Let's put Tempest in a relationship with Garth. Excuse me. It's just, why? Why? Because they don't want to be alone? Okay, it's like, okay, if I really think about it, a relationship between Wally and Donna, okay, Donna's life has been a lie. She's broken. She needs somebody. Wally's life has been completely shattered. He's having no luck with the woman he wants to be with. It kind of feels like the way you started Wally's relationship with Donna in this issue, it just kind of feels like Plan B. It's like, oh, the woman I love doesn't love me back, so I'll just settle for you, Donna. And it feels like Donna's just like, my life was a lie. Want to get together? It just doesn't feel right. A superhero or a supervillain relationship. Well, let's just go there. A relationship in a comic book storyline, it feels better. It works better when you feel it. And Wally and Donna, I don't feel it because it doesn't feel legit. It doesn't feel like there's a solid enough reason for the two of them to get together. Just loneliness? That's your excuse? That's your reason? It does feel more like a Plan B. It's like, oh, I love Linda, but she doesn't love me back, so I'll just settle for you, Don. That's what it felt like. I mean, DC tried this shit with Superman and Wonder Woman. Look how fucking successful that was. But yeah, it's just the only thing that really sold this book for me was the mind conversation between Omen and Simon. That stuff was good. That stuff was the only shit that was good in this book. Everything else just feels kind of either feels forced or it feels like it's just there and I don't fucking care. A 3 out of 5. We're ending this with Wonder Woman number 24. Diana and Dr. Veronica Cale have returned from Themyscira, and Steve is oblivious to what went down. With Veronica being just broken due to the fact that she has, literally lost her daughter. Her daughter survived, but now she's on Themyscira forever, and she can't come back she can't come back. But at least she's alive. And Diana got to look at Themyscira, but she knows that she's not allowed to come back. But there's something else. Diana doesn't have her golden lasso anymore. I wonder how long DC's going to run with that plot point. That Donna Donna's lasso is gone. Diana, excuse me. Diana no longer has her lasso. But the stuff in here is mainly. God, I can't fucking talk. It's mainly focused on storylines with Cheetah. And the stuff in here, oh shit. Cheetah's out for blood. I'm serious. She's out for blood. It's good stuff. This was really good. It tugs at your heartstrings. Yet at the same time, it keeps you gripped with the action. It was good. Solid issue. Greg Rucka, he knows what he does with Wonder Woman. Solid book. I'll give it a 4. Well, I actually got through that. It wasn't getting back into doing this after the tragedy we just went through. Getting back into this, I knew it was going to be hard, but thankfully it wasn't. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, and I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful to my dear friend, who I sometimes called Pop, and who Jennifer called with all her heart, called him Dad. Ken, thanks for the memories. Thanks for everything you gave me. Thanks for everything you gave me and Jennifer. Thanks for everything you did for everyone around you. We love you, and we'll miss you. Thanks for watching, everybody. I gotta go. I love you all. And I love you, Ken. I'll miss you.